Hi travellers, so today I wanted to do just a really quick video about working on an iPhone or video editing on an iPhone or using your iPhone as like your only device for travel. Now the past week, as my previous video I mentioned, I've been without a laptop because it's in for repair. It's just getting a battery replacement. And I've sold my iPad mini, which I previously did a video about working on an iPad mini. Now I'll just touch on a couple of points in why I think the iPad mini is probably better for working on than the iPhone. But the iPhone can indeed be used in a pinch. So I'll show you a couple of features that you can use and a couple of things that are a little bit annoying about it and a couple of reasons why I still think a laptop's probably still the best bet if you are going to sort of be doing this full-time video editing or working on the go. Alright, so if we take a look first at the form factor, it does still work quite nicely with this keyboard that I mentioned in the iPad video. Now if I just go ahead and switch this on, yeah, so it's connected to this keyboard now. So if I just go into IA Writer, open an untitled document, you can see it's quite usable. It's better than swiping on the screen. It is still quite a bit smaller than if you were using a MacBook. And so for longer typing periods, and if you're going to be doing like writing and stuff, definitely an iPad Pro would be better. So another thing I will mention is that the Samsung T5 and this USB to Lightning adapter, they do work with the iPhone. So I would also still be able to do my transfer of files, and I could also shoot video with the iPhone because the cameras are really still quite good quality. Now the reason why the quality in the previous video that I did on the iPhone 11 is because I forgot to change the settings in the export tab here. So I'll just pop into LumaFusion here and I'll just show you why in the previous video the quality was so bad. I actually forgot to go down here into the export, and there is movie here, and I used photos instead of YouTube, and here I set it to 1080, but I forgot here it was set to economy, which is only 12 megabits a second. I should have gone to standard or quality probably, or even extreme. It does make the file size a little bit bigger, but it really does improve the overall video quality. So that was my bad. The actual quality of the recording from the iPhone is still quite good, and I think you could definitely use this as your only camera for travel. But in terms of using it as like a total work machine, I found that, yeah, the screen is probably too small. For the previous video, I actually did a lot of the editing in portrait mode like this, and it is quite usable. It is still quite easy to do. You can see all the points here where you've done the cuts and the edits. The only real problem that I had compared with the iPad mini was when I put the titles in. So one of the main problems I ran into was that when I put the titles in, as you can see here, they are quite small, and even when you turn it into portrait mode, it is really difficult to adjust the boxes. So I'll just show you what I mean. If I double tap into the title here, and behind the text is a shape, and if I try to adjust the size of the shape, like the length, the horizontal length here, I can't do it. It just adjusts the whole size of the whole box. So one solution was to kind of raise the top point and then raise the horizontal point, but it was much easier with the iPad mini with the pencil, and the screen's a bit bigger, so there was more room to touch the fine points. But overall, it is usable in a pinch to do video editing on your iPhone, and you can actually export it now to a Final Cut Pro file. So if you wanted to sort of start and edit on your phone and then bring it over to your laptop, that would probably work quite well. But in terms of using it as an only device for travel, I would say that it probably would work best just as a camera, not as like everything. You can do small things. For me, at least, I feel like I could do small edits here and there, like a quick update video or something, and I could go into IA Writer and I could start writing a script. I can even use Ferrite and record audio and then edit the audio and use that for a file. But overall, I think the iPhone 11 is really good as a travel camera. It's very compact and lightweight. But as an overall device for working on, I think still think the iPad mini is a step up from this, but ultimately, if you're going to be doing it like full time, you really can't go past a laptop or even like a Surface Pro, for example. So that's mainly what I wanted to show you, just why the quality of my previous video is so bad, and also just in terms of using it as an only device, not having the multi-window support from the iPad is quite limiting, because usually what I do is I would open my script that I would have here, and then I would open the audio recording Ferrite and record the audio while reading the script. So it is a little bit more limiting, but as I said, you can definitely use it in a pinch. So as I said, thanks very much for watching, and be sure to let me know down in the comments what is your travel setup for working, or if there's any other devices you'd recommend. I know the Surface Pro, I previously used that and it was quite good. But yeah, let me know down in the comments, and be sure to stay subscribed to keep up to date with future videos.